Let the Hunger Games begin. That's probably what casting directors should have said when starting their search for Peeta, because man, did it turn out to be quite the tough decision. So as you all know, Josh Hutcherson ultimately won the role of the boy with the bread, but there was a massive process behind his hiring, with Josh landing the role over just about every other young blonde actor in Hollywood. Right now, I'm here to bring you not one, not two, but 8 other actors you probably didn't know were this close to getting the highly coveted part. First up, we have British actor Jeremy Irvine. Now, Jeremy did not actually audition for the role of Peeta. The producers approached him, which is probably a pretty big deal. I mean, just think about it. It's a role that just about any Hollywood actor would kill for, no pun intended. And they wanted him specifically to play the character. So what happened here? Well, Jeremy apparently turned them down because he didn't want to be famous. Okay. Next on our list, we have another British hunk who was considered to play Peeta, and that would be Alex Pettyfer. Alex was fresh off the action-packed movie I Am Number 4 when the Hunger Games casting talks kicked off in 2011, so it totally makes sense as to why they'd consider him. However, at the time, his reputation was in some turmoil thanks to alleged reports that he set his ex-girlfriend Diana Agron's house on fire, so that was going against him. Plus, I mean, let's get real, Alex is like really a babe, and since Katniss is supposed to be kind of about Peeta at first, we could see how Alex's supermodel good looks could hurt him in this situation. He did Magic Mike instead, so it's safe to say he's doing okay. Moving right along, we have Lucas Till, who was also up for the role of Peeta. At the time, Lucas was mostly known for his role as cutie cowboy Travis in the Hannah Montana movie, so he had the whole sweet side of Peeta down, and his looks were pretty similar to the physical description of Peeta's in the book. In fact, there was quite a bit of fan art made of Lucas, so readers obviously thought he would make a perfect fit. However, unfortunately, casting directors weren't exactly on the same page because Lucas did not end up landing the role. But don't feel too bad for him because he still got to work with Jennifer Lawrence in X-Men First Class. Yet another actor who was super close to playing Peeta is Nico Tortorella. During the time casting for the Hunger Games was going down, his biggest roles to date were the ABC Family show Make It or Break It, as well as a part in Scream 4. It's alright though, because he ended up scoring a part on Fox's hit show The Following instead. Now this next person on our list really would have made a great Peeta, but alas, the stars were just not aligned for him. Evan Peters was considered to play Peeta, and we have to say Evan would have totally nailed this role, and we're not mad about it because him missing out on this just meant that he could do American Horror Story, and he is beyond brilliant in that. Oh, and fun fact, Evan's fiance Emma Roberts was also up for the part of Katniss Everdeen, although they weren't actually engaged at that time. Can you imagine if they had both gotten the part? The next actor on our list who almost snagged the role of Peeta from Josh Hutcherson is Hunter Parrish. Hunter was a star in his own right thanks to the Showtime series Weeds, but a transition to the big screen with the Hunger Games could have been really great for him. But honestly, he's almost too dreamy, you know what I mean? It would have been way too distracting for Katniss in real life. Coming up next, we have Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron's role of regular dude turned superhero in the 2010 action flick Kick-Ass more than proved that he could handle all the physical stuff for the Hunger Games. But again, things just didn't work out for him. Oh, and you might also recall Evan Peters and Aaron also starred in Kick-Ass together alongside Chloe Grace Moretz, who was also considered for the role of Katniss. I mean, man, this could have really easily turned into a full-on Kick-Ass spinoff. The young Hollywood world is just way too small. And lastly on our list is a guy who did end up playing a really important role in the Hunger Games, but it just wasn't Peeta. It's Alexander Ludwig. He too was considered to play Peeta, but he landed Cato instead, which was a really great casting choice in our personal opinions. And there you go, guys, 8 actors who you didn't know almost played Peeta in the Hunger Games. Did any of these picks really surprise you? Or maybe, just maybe, one of these guys could have outdone Josh in your opinions? Controversial, but we had to throw it out there. Hit the comment section to get the conversation started, and then click right on over here to learn a few things you didn't know about Josh Hutcherson. Also, hit that subscribe button so you can get all your Clevver news needs. I'm your host, Jocelyn Davis. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you around.